Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very weird, very special video. This is going to be kind of a weird one because we're kind of testing out podcast stuff. Welcome, Mallory.
Hello, I'm here. I
Hello.
don't not yes.
Yes.
It
Yeah, so this is going to
looked
be
they're
like,
happening and then they didn't.
yeah. This is going to be a weird one. So, is this gaming? No, it's not gaming, but that's kind of the premise of the channel. We just kind of do and test things out until something hits the wall and sticks. Like spaghetti. Sweet,
I like
sweet
spaghetti.
spaghetti. Spaghetti.
I don't think your spaghetti should be sweet. Your sauce should be slightly sweet.
Yeah,
Fun fact,
you gotta.
put like a spoonful of sugar in your tomato sauce,
Yes.
especially if it's canned, to make it less acidic.
Yeah. Just
I mean,
sprinkle a
do it
little
like
bit.
a little bit at a time until you think it's good.
Yeah. My personal preference is like a spoonful or like a sprinkleful just to get rid of like the acidity.
The canned taste.
Acidity. I mean, we get the jarred kind, or we make our own because we my parents do like uh the farming thing with the garden and the hose and the
Ooh.
and the big old uh, ground grinder thing tiller. I was getting there. Woo! Golly. Oh,
Golly gosh, gee whiz.
golly gosh, gee whiz. So, for everyone listening in, um, we have a lovely little website off here to the side in the studio. That
It's just
is,
room.
yeah, that is basically gonna be able to generate topics for us. So if we just kind of lose the conversation, fall quiet, or whatever, I'll go ahead and click the generate ideas and be like, "Hey, what do you think about?" And we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Where do we want to start? Let's go with science because Mallory, you're becoming like a science teacher, yeah?
Yes, I
And
am.
so you love
I know the
science.
science things.
You know the science things.
I know the science things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um
so not
yeah,
gonna say the name of the school
of
because
course.
yeah, but I am currently student teaching. It's my last semester. I'm student teaching at a middle school, and at the end of February, I will be doing the rest of my semester. I'll be going to a high school, not in the same district,
Ooh.
because they didn't want me, because my GPA is fucking garbage.
Oh, they
Yeah,
didn't
right now
want
I'm in a
you.
seventh grade classroom, and it's super cool. We just started cell theory. So the kids are doing like
Ah,
this, we're calling it a comic book, but it's a page with a spot for like art, and then it's like what's the name of the scientist, what year did they do the important thing, why are they important, what did they contribute. So like
nice.
Antoine van Leeuwenhoek, he was, yeah, the kids like it when I say it like that.
Is
He
that
was
the
Dutch.
guy's real name?
Yes,
Oh
Antoine
my
van
god.
Leeuwenhoek. He was Dutch. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, they're all, one is Robert Hook is English, Leeuwenhoek is Dutch,
Uh,
Schwan, and I can't remember the other two. They're
Schwan.
Schwan, Matthias. It starts with an S. I cannot
I
remember.
I does
And
is
for
has to
Chow,
know.
they were all German.
Well, of course. Um, I does is have to know. Did Schwan have a pet swan?
I don't know. However, he discovered that all animals are made of cells.
I was for a second. I
Schlieren!
thought
Yeah, the other guy's Schlieden.
Schleeden.
Schlieden, I'm pretty
Oh my
sure.
god. I
He
mean, of
discovered
course.
that all plants are made of cells, and then Virchow was like, "Yo, cells don't just pop in out of nowhere. You have to have a cell has to come from a cell." Well, this is like the mid 1800s. They don't
Well,
fucking
yeah,
know. They don't
yeah.
know shit.
I thought
They
you
don't know
were.
shit about Jack.
I thought you were gonna say that he discovered that everything was made of swans, and I was like, well, of course he did. Of
That's
course.
no.
Down
But yeah,
deep
so we tell the
inside,
kids
we all
if you're
have a good
trying to
hyonk.
remember. Oh no. We tell the kids if you're trying to remember who discovered the animal thing, Schwan sounds like swan, which is an animal.
Yeah,
So
there you go.
yeah,
That's how, there you go.
yeah, they're doing. They started the. So they got to do 5 pages on those guys, and then the last thing they'll get like a cover for the
A cover letter.
thing. Yeah, they'll get a cover. They get to decorate it and make it look all pretty.
I
It's like
thought you
55.
taught science, not English.
I mean, you got to know how to research. That's just a thing.
I
You
don't.
got to be able to look up stuff and translate it into the appropriate format. But it's like a so yeah, it's a 55-point project, which is really big for them.
Yeah.
However, each page is like 10 points. So
Huh.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Like when we were doing
Uh,
this, I would have
don't
taken
know how to
pictures
research.
of my teacher's example and put it like shown you, but
Nah, it's all
yeah,
good. It's all good.
yeah.
Oh man, lots of
What is
science
your
snacks.
what is your favorite topic in science?
I adore two different topics about equally, which
Yeah,
is space and earth science.
I also very much like earth science. I also very much like genetics, which is unfortunately 8th grade curriculum. I'm
Yeah.
a fucking nerd for some Punnett squares. I
Yeah,
love Punnett
because
squares.
we went to it's called GenCon. Eh, let me push on my glasses. It's called GenCon, and it's basically board game convention type deal with D&D players and all that fun stuff. So
Yeah.
we went to that, and you found like the science booth. Do you
I found
like?
the science game booth. So it's a bunch of it's this guy who he was like, "Hey, I can make games that you could play in a classroom." So one of them that I got, not Iz'll tell you about the one that another one that I got. But like I got one it was about Charles Darwin and his trip through the Galapagos. And it showed you like, oh, here's animals that he discovered and here's people that were on the voyage. Here's equipment that was on the voyage. But like you're still playing a game of like, oh, who gets the most points? Like stuff like that. It's got a cool
Yeah,
game too.
I
It's
did.
just more chemistry.
I do kind of like chemistry because I like lines and shapes connecting the lines. That's pretty much it. I'm more of an art
Fair,
person.
fair.
I don't fully understand like the like writing out a chemical name
I
like
took organic
chlorine
chemistry
3.
3 times. Neither do I. I took
Chlorine
organic
3.
chemistry 1 3 times,
Ooh.
and I don't understand. I still don't.
Yeah. But the stuff like chlorine 3, oxygen 5. No, I don't. I'm like, and that makes what? And it's like some really long, barely pronounceable name that's just like,
Yeah.
did you really need to have it be like 19 characters long of a name?
Yes.
Anybody who
And then you
has,
start throwing in numbers, and it's awful.
ugh, yeah, that's usually like at the end, I think, but
No,
no. Oh.
no. So inorganic. Okay. So oh no,
Oh, we're
sorry. It's
gonna
not
have
the
a whole
numbers.
nother story.
The it's the oh, what is it? S and something else. But it's when you're dealing with like a molecule, it's a 3D shape, right?
Yes. Yes.
So
I'm gonna go.
that
Final answer. Yes.
so if we're looking at the geometry of this 3D object that is too minuscule for you to even see,
Golly.
to conceptualize it, yeah, you can already tell this is fucking awful. Um, if we're looking at a specific atom in this chain of atoms, which is a molecule, are we
You good? You
is
give
it
making me
looking
learn.
at it clockwise or counterclockwise?
Uh, uh, equilibrium.
And
Equator.
I don't remember what the clockwise letter. It might be E. I might be thinking about something else though. But I
No
remember
idea.
that counterclockwise is S because it stands for something that means sinister.
It stands for
Because
sinister. Got it.
going the wrong way is bad. I don't fucking know.
Any chemical that has an S is just like, you'll never see me coming.
So I
do,
just
do, do,
always
do,
left
do.
those off and never like I just took the point loss on it because I was like, I'm not. No, 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 no. Ugh.
Right. So, like,
I like general chemistry.
yeah, I just, like, got lost there in what you were saying for a second. I was like,
I got lost. I was the one talking.
Okay, okay. Wind it back a little bit. Gen Con. All right.
Yes,
We
the game,
both
the nerd
went
game.
a nerd convention, basically. Yeah. Um,
Sorry, the
and
educational nerd game.
yeah, yeah. You dragged me to the nerd education booth. I
Because
had
they're
my nose on the floor. You were holding my ankles and dragging me to the nerd education
dragging
booth.
you in your costume.
In my costume.
Some kid pointed, "Mommy, why is the star lady assaulting the fairy guy?"
And me on the floor was just like, I'm older than you. Uh,
Those were the characters.
uh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just pass over the game they got. We might come back to it, but I'm more interested in talking about these characters.
Real
So
quick before we lose it,
okay,
uh, just like because we keep going back to it, and it sounds
okay,
like we're gonna go back to it again.
all
The
right.
game is called Genotype. You're Gregor Mendel doing his plant biology garbage, and there's Punnett squares. And again, it's a game where it's like, oh, compete for the most points, but it's like, here's things he would use. Here's how Punnett squares work. Here's people that were involved. And like in the rule book, there's like, hey, this monk, Matthias von Plant guy, he was
Wolfenstein.
a shut up. He was alive from this date to this date. Here's his job at the monastery because they were all monks.
He
That's the
existed during
basic
the
gist
time
of
of
it.
dinosaurs.
No,
He nearly stopped the meteor, but he was too late. His telescope wasn't powerful enough. Hey, you're in
when the
science,
world
not
needed him most,
history.
he vanished.
When the world needed him most.
Anyway,
It's like told like a
that's
superhero story.
that was the game. I've been waiting on that game for like a couple years now, so I was very excited.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
Yeah, you even backed them on
heck,
Kickstarter.
I did not do that. I don't do
Oh,
Kickstarter because I don't have money. If I
you
had
followed
money, I
them?
would 100% do that.
You stalked the Kickstarter. You didn't back them or
Yeah,
something, whatever it was that they were on.
something like that.
Yeah. Oh my
Um,
gosh.
but yeah, so that was the general gist of the game. That's why he brought it up in the first place. But anyway, the character.
The characters. I'm gonna start with you because you seem to be in like a talking mood. Just like on and on and on and on. So you're gonna go first.
Sorry, I'm teaching now. I gotta.
Yeah.
There's 4 classes, which is not that bad. Some
No.
people end up with like
Eight.
there's schools that have like 8 periods and you only get one prep, which sounds fucking awful.
That does sound terrible. That's was that how my no, my high school was like four each day, but it was different classes every other day. It was
Luckily, mine is like So they have like a homeroom for 30, 40 minutes to about 60-minute periods. And then me and my teacher, we get a prep lunch and then a prep period. And then we have 2 more periods. So technically it's 7 altogether, but we only have 4 classes, which is really nice. Anyway,
I can
I
hear
put on.
I can hear the audience echoing "Get on with it" from like Monty
I'm
Python.
sorry. I blame my dad.
You're
He gave me
fine.
this curse of ramble.
So you had
Anyway,
like
I put
starry
on a star dress that I got
start.
from Torrid. If any of you know Torrid, I like it's a good clothing
What?
company.
You were Stardust Dragon?
So it's like star map y
Yeah,
kind of. I like it. I don't get to wear it a lot, but I like it. Um,
it's good.
I
It's
had
good.
my
Yeah.
mom braid my hair. I don't remember what the thing was. I think it was like I don't remember, whatever. And I looked up and did makeup, which I do not do. So I
No.
thought it turned out well.
um.
If we weren't required to wear masks, I
Yeah.
would have done my whole face, but I only did like eyeshadow on my eyes
Right. Right.
because the fuck's the point of doing your whole face when you got to put on a mask?
Well, of course. Yeah, and like your makeup was not by any means professional. We can both agree there. But like
Yeah,
it wasn't like bad. It
bad.
didn't look
No,
bad, but it definitely
I also
wasn't
don't know how to.
professional.
Yeah, well, like I said, I do not do makeup.
Yeah, yeah.
So I also learned why people always put on mascara first
Mm-hmm.
because if you have to hold your eye open, you can't touch your eye if there's already eyeshadow there. Or no, that's why you do mascara after. Sorry, because
Yeah.
then when you're trying to do your eyeshadow, you gotta like hold your eyelashes down, or at least I do. I cannot, I can't like have my eye. It's weird,
Just have your
but
eye closed while paying attention to the location of the
see, but then I
brush to put on the
squint, and then I don't
eyeshadow.
have a lot of eyelid exposed. I don't know.
Ah,
Like I said, I don't do makeup, but I got a nice palette for like $10. It's like a rainbow-esque palette, so it's a good
nice.
amount of colors.
All right. Give me
Anyway, what is
the
his character because he's
no 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 no
actually
no 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 no. Give me the
oh
storyline of this character you were cosplaying. I want to
I don't
hear it.
know. I just kind of was. You were like, "Oh, I think I'm gonna go in cosplay," and I'm like, "Well, if you're going in cosplay, then I gotta go in. That'd look weird." Um, so I was
You
like, "Oh,
have a name for this cosplay and a somewhat kind of maybe put together backstory for it. So give me. Do you remember?
I think I do," but I feel like it was kind of pretentious, and I almost don't want to say.
Any okay. This is how I look at because I'm a game master. I do this often. Any character that you make or build or whatever is not a reflection on yourself. There are probably some people out there that are like, but you made it, so like a part of you is there in. Shut up. No, that's not true. Because as a human person being whatever, you can make whatever personality you want and play that personality and it have no reflection on yourself.
Case in point, taupe.
Toby is
Ooh.
Mallory's child character that is basically a murderer. Very funny.
He's basically Rapunzel, but he's a spider, but he's a
He's a
kind of.
drider, which is human
Yeah,
mixed with spider and
it's a
like
centaur, but instead of horse, it's
centaur.
spider.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We gotta explain these
uh,
things because like people may not know what the heck and what we're talking about.
yeah. And he's 10, and his backstory is basically Rapunzel. Like, the kid got stolen by it,
It's a long
technically.
story. We're not on that topic. I
Yeah.
want to know about this uh, star dress character.
I want to say it. Keep in mind, this was like back in early August, so it's been a hot second since I thought about
Mhm.
this.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that I called her like Queen of the Star or like Empress of the Star, something stupid like that.
Empress of
Uh,
the Stars. That's what I remember.
Stars,
Stars.
stars. I don't know. And it wasn't really like a character. I didn't like do anything in character. I
Yeah.
was just like, oh, I'm gonna put on a dress that I like and go somewhere and be pretty.
I mean, that's good enough. I mean,
Yeah,
that's all that matters.
I have a I forgot about this. I have a like headdress thing that I had put like headdress is not the right word for it. It's kind of a
It's
headband, but
like
then it has like these metal things coming down that like
droopy
rest on my
tiara.
forehead. It, I wouldn't call it a tiara though.
I mean,
Like
it goes on your
it
head.
is, but it isn't. Yeah, but like a tiara is
Is
a
it?
crown. That was not a. It's not a crown. It's like I said. It's like a headband with. So okay, I got it at a Renaissance fair, a Ren fair. So it's not a tiara, but it's a headband, and then it has like these a metal thing coming down in like, and it rests on like the middle of my forehead, and then there's two metal chain loops that like connect back to it, like the headband part, and then it has two metal chains that hang down around my ears, and they have like beads on the end of them, and the beads are like this dark stone
I
kind
am
of.
trying to come up with a name of
Yeah,
this
no, I've
thing.
tried to look before. It's not easy. Um,
Uh, I don't know. Name? No, I don't want the name on the thing. I came up with Dreppy, the Pokemon.
you
Yeah.
mean Dreepy?
Dreepy,
The
yeah.
from the that turns into the ghost,
The like
the
ghost
ICBM?
ballista.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't know that thing was a ghost type for the longest time.
Yeah, because it's an intercont inter inter
Planetary. No.
no, because it's an ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missile, and it goes real
Oh.
fast. So it goes so fast it goes apparently something like that,
Huh.
or it's like so sneaky it's ghost. It's I don't know, something like
That's
that.
interesting thought process behind that. But all right.
No, I think yeah, I think that is actually the
Hmm.
thought process. It's yeah, it's weird.
All right. So my character, I have an extensive backstory too, and it
Yeah, his
is.
isn't just oh, I wanted to do this and look cool. I mean, that was part of
Yeah.
it,
No,
but
I didn't look cool at all. I want to get that out of the way right now. I did not look good. Period. At least I don't think I did. This character, as you could probably tell by the voice I did earlier, old guy. For sure, old guy. I have like a hand carved staff thing that I carved whittled actually if you're anybody specific, but yeah, pain in the butt to do. That's a whole nother story for another time. Anyway, and then I had like a bunch of different bags on me. I have a goat leather bag from Amazon that for I don't know why, but it's sticky. I don't I don't know what they put on it to like ship it or to deliver. I don't. It's something. to keep like the metal from rusting, maybe. I don't know. But whatever the substance is, it is sticky and it is annoying and it you can't get it off. I don't know what it is. But anyway,
Have you contacted the manufacturer about it?
no, because I don't care enough. But regardless, that was a part of the outfit. I had some like fingerless gloves made of like I don't know, felt. I think
Mm.
I don't know, something like that. Um, I oh yeah, I had like harem pants on, and I wanted them to be brown harem pants, but I couldn't find brown harem pants. So I had, not even kidding, bright red harem
Yup,
pants on.
yup. It's great.
Not at all what I was looking for, but it's what I found and it's what I
Have you
had.
worn them since then?
No, no. I had no reason to. But
Yeah, fair, fair.
all right, so that's kind of the look.
Should have
The
put makeup on you too, make you look doity.
You could have, but I was also like, I'm wearing a mask, and it's
Yeah, the
fine.
mask kind of fucks it up. Unless you're
Yeah,
like, because we saw a lot of like My Hero cosplay. So like
yeah.
the Bakugos had like the Bakugo symbol, his like orange X's on a black mask. The Deku had like All Might fanboy mask or like green Deku esque mask. Unless it's like specifically anime cosplay, a mask with a cosplay really doesn't look good.
I think it'd be kind of fun to go as like, Deku, but before he got powers, and just carry around a notebook.
Oh, that'd be cute.
And like, for those listening in, at Gen Con, there's like um squares in front of a wall that cosplayers can stand in to get like their picture taken or like do some kind of interaction type deal, whatever. Pretend to be their character or whatever have you. So I imagine this kind of before getting the powers, before eat this. It's Deku, and he's like yeah, has his notebook, just nerding out, and so the person cosplaying like walks into the circle, and then they're like holding their notebook, just like nervously, just like and then they'll see someone else dressed up as just any character from My Hero, just any of them, and they're just like. It's blah blah blah. Quirk name, special ability. They're like writing stuff, and they're not writing anything. They're just like squiggling in the notebook.
I will say, I forgot about this until now. One year, I saw a guy cosplayed as Dr. Stein from Soul Eater. He
Ooh.
was he rolled around all of Gen Con in a swivel chair.
Oh, I love that so much. And the thing, okay, for those who haven't seen Soul Eater, the anime,
It's so good.
I almost said Strange.
Stein.
Dr. Stein, oh my goodness. Dr. Stein is shown in his house in a wheeling chair, and it's like this big build up that like Stein's this like really creepy guy, and he takes people apart and puts them back together, sews them, and all this thing. So, and Stein has like this bolt through his head that he turns to like get his head on straight or whatever. And he's weird, first off. A little
He's
weird.
awesome.
He is awesome, but he is a little weird.
He's so
And
fucking weird.
yeah, and he kind of well, I don't need to tell anything about the actual story, but whenever they meet him, he's on a swivel chair and like coming towards them and he falls out of the chair. So the thing is if this guy at Gen Con had fallen out of the chair, it would have just been more in character.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is amazing.
Anyway,
Props
your
to that
old
guy.
man.
Yeah. Okay.
Going back to old man, and yes,
Going.
that is his name.
Yes, I don't have a better name for him. His name's just Old Man and will forever be Old Man. The race of this guy is a Earth fairy, and he's He's exceedingly old. That is his main character trait. That is it. That's it. That is what this character is based on, is being old. That's it. Uh, and so basically a little of the story of this guy. He at one point, because he's been so old, he's basically learned everything that has been, but he doesn't know what's going to be, because I guess he just didn't want to learn like divination or whatever, telling the future, which fair enough if you can't really, like, if you have infinite lifespan because you're a dirt fairy, pretty much you're like made of stone and dirt and mud and whatever. I don't know. But like he because he knows basically everything that has been, he was he basically made it like a pact or something with a god or whatever, and was like, take my memories. I don't want them. I don't really care. Just take them. Hold on to them. Maybe someday I'll need them when there's like an actual crisis or something. But like for now, just take them. I don't really want to know all of this. I know too much. I've lived for too. Just take my memories. It's implied at one point that the like gods in this world might have been the kids of this character. Maybe. But anyway, one of them stores away his memories in like a bubble magic thing, whatever. And so now, having little to no memories but being exceedingly old, this character walks around the world, just viewing. That's it. That's what it does. If you know Marvel, anything, basically the Watcher in Marvel just views stuff. That's it. Um, but whenever he comes across just literally anyone that he thinks he doesn't know, which is pretty much
Everyone.
everyone, yeah, he will make it a point to walk up to that person and like stare them dead in the eyes and say, "I'm older than you," and just make it a big old deal. It could be a king guard, or it could be a king's guardsman. It could be a king. It could be a demigod. It doesn't matter who it is. Cause yeah, so that's kind of the basis of this character, and they're like wings that he used to have are like, well, he still has them, but they're like packed under like dirt and mud, and he just
Get
yeah.
old and crusty.
Yeah, so he can't fly. That's the main thing as well. So that's kind of the backstory to that. Oh, I love him so much.
And I
Love.
think like at the time we were like, oh yeah, this is like his. I'm like his granddaughter. We're
Uh,
like we or
uh,
like he's obviously he's still older, but we're like the same age in air quotes.
yeah, something like that. I don't remember.
I mean,
You're
not that we did anything with it, but
right, right.
still just fun time.
True, 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 true. How about a topic? Let's do a topic. Huh? Let's see.
How about I give you a topic?
Could yeah, sure. That's fine
Thinking
too.
about the dinner that we ate, I believe on the second day. What's your favorite kind of sushi?
Oh, dang. In general, I'm not entirely sure, but the one that I had on that day that was delicious was a spider roll, and I do not like spiders. But the roll
Well,
itself doesn't have spiders in it, which is what you
yeah.
were about to
So
say.
for any of you who don't know, a spider roll will generally contain soft crab, and crabs are kind of the spiders of the ocean.
Yeah,
Is
hence the name.
and yeah, the thing about soft shell crab is you can eat the whole thing, shell and all, because it's a soft shell. If you're around like if they're in season and you're on a coastal area that has them, wholeheartedly fucking get them. They're delicious. But
Just pick them up, take a big bite, you know.
After they're cooked.
No,
Do
just
not
right off
consume.
the
No,
seafloor, just crunch, all easy
no,
peasy.
don't.
Get them eyes in
Oh,
there. Get your cheeks pinched a little bit by your little pinchy claws. Is a great, delicious meal for you.
yeah. But yeah, I don't remember what else is in a spider roll because usually there's like a, but like the point of it
Seaweed.
is the soft shell crab.
Yeah. Probably avocado. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not the
Um,
biggest fan of avocado or cucumber, which is in like every, but
let's see here. The other one that gets basically tied with the spider sushi is um the dragon tail, I believe is what it's called. Dragon tail sushi. It is spicy. That is why it's tied. Is because I like non-spicy and spicy depending on the days, depending on which one I would get. So I gotta go with two
fair.
different ones. Yeah. I have no idea what kind of sushi you like though,
um,
because you're picky.
so so the only one that I try to avoid is tuna only because it's I don't know why. Unless it's canned tuna, I just can't do tuna, which is a shame because tuna's delicious. Like I love canned tuna. I can't do like a tuna steak. I can't do raw tuna. It's a texture and a taste thing, which is, weird because I will eat canned. I don't know.
You like the iron flavor, probably.
That
Sorry,
might be it.
aluminium flavor,
I don't know.
not iron.
Um, but top
A good
ones,
morning to you.
uh, love squid. It has like this
Right, yes.
nice buttery flavor.
I absolutely despise squid, but yeah, no, go ahead.
Um, eel. I like eel.
Ugh. You like
I
all
like
of
the
the like
noodle
squishy animals.
bowl. And then it's not fish, but the egg sushi.
Ugh.
Ooh,
Oh, you mean
delicious.
like chicken egg, not fish egg.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I will eat fish egg ones. They're not. I don't
Mm.
think they have them at the place that we went, but or maybe they will if it's like in season. But
Uh-uh. No, thank you. Bleh. Or at
you
least
don't want
don't
those
tell me.
nice salty balls bursting in your mouth. Is
I mean, they don't really burst.
I mean, kinda.
They're no, they're too small to do that usually.
No, they will burst.
I mean,
Press them up against the roof of your mouth.
I
They
like bubble
pop.
tea, boba tea, whatever. So like that like thing exploding in mouth. That's not really a problem. It's a matter of it being like
Sweet
from an
versus
animal.
salty. Yeah,
That part just like
dude. There's a boba tea shop like not even 5 minutes from that place that we went.
we should win
I
this
no,
year.
no,
We
no.
gotta go this year.
It wasn't open then, but it is now. Yeah, they're
Ah.
very good. I've been there multiple times already. I got their apps that way I can. You know how like Starbucks has their point apps stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this place is called Kung Fu Tea. So they do
Nice.
tea and they call them slushes, but it it's slushy smoothie esque. They do hot drinks,
I don't know
lemonade.
why. It's probably because of the name of the place, but I imagine like so when I think of like a boba tea place, I think of like all of the possible things that can go in your drink in like a buffet type, like the different types of bubble or boba or whatever listed out for you. And I'm picturing they're like getting the cup really quickly. Like they ask you your entire order first, and they're
They're
like,
not doing kung fu moves
and
as
and they
they're making your
let
drink.
me finish because it is
No.
funny. they like get your entire order first, and they're like, memorized, and they like pull out the cup, and they're just like, yeah, and then they like put all of it into the cup, and then they just like very quickly go over the machine, and it's just very slowly for like filling up the cup, and then the machine like because boba tea like has it sealed itself, so like the machine puts the seal or lid on, so and they're just like,
Yep.
and they like flip it up in the air, and then they like put it on the counter, and just like, and it's like, but what about my straw? Smoke bomb.
Oh
like,
gosh.
they like put their hands together, and they're just like, and served, and they bow.
I mean, there are a lot of Asian people there, but they don't do that.
I'm not like they didn't even need to be Asian. Just like the idea of ninjas comes from like the Asian culture, so like that's just where my brain goes.
Right. They're really good though, and so like the app, I don't delivery is an option. I don't think that store does delivery. Real, it's um, but they
It's
use pickup,
delivery
so
because
that's
it's
nice.
not
Sometimes,
DiGiorno.
so sometimes like I'll just order pickup, and if I'm nearby, and I'll just run in and grab it. I've been
Nice.
getting, I keep getting the same. I always fall into the trap of I get the same thing at a place every fucking time. And at this place, I get the Oreo slush, and it's basically a
Ah,
chocolate shake with boba at the bottom.
I mean,
Yeah,
sure, why not?
yeah. Well, the thing is, I don't like iced tea, and I'm sure that they're very good. Like their
hmm
iced teas are good if you like tea, but I don't. So
You gotta get like their milk tea. That's like
yeah,
a
I
happy
tried
medium.
their strawberry slush. So like strawberry milkshake. It tasted like chemicals. It was not good.
Oh,
It was oh
huh.
yeah.
I
I need to
mean,
expand my horizons on, but like I'm also like, oh, a drink is like $5 because it's specialty. I don't want to get it and then I don't like it. You know,
very fair. Yeah.
that's why I'm scared of never getting anything except for Frappuccino at Starbucks. Also, I don't drink coffee, so
I will once in a while, like, if it's like, yeah, I'm paying, get whatever you want, then it's like, all right, let's try something. Like,
yeah,
something like
yeah,
that. Whether it be like parents or friends or whatever.
yeah.
That's pretty nice. Nice one.
Mhm.
It's like, okay, I'll pay for your drink, you pay for my drink. And we'll get something random.
Tristan got something good last time. He didn't, so we were ordering on the app like at the end of dinner because we were eating dinner at a place right next to it, and it was a ramen place, very good.
Gotcha.
Um, so we were like, I was like, oh, I'll pay for dinner if you want to buy boba because it'll be like not even 10. It'll be like $10 for him.
Yeah.
Um, and we ordered it through the app because pickup,
Yeah.
and he didn't change his option from a hot drink to like a cold tea drink, but it was
Oh.
still good.
I mean, that's a positive. At least it was still
Yeah,
good.
it's like I don't think about a hot tea drink with boba because he still had the
Yeah.
straw in the hot drink, and I was like, huh.
Now I'm I'm picturing I don't know if you've seen I think it was a Vine whenever it came out, but it's like a glass of milk and then there's this guy in front of the glass of milk and you're like, "Oh no. What is he going to do? What is this teenager, clearly teenager gonna do with this glass of milk?" Nothing good comes with a teenager in front of a glass of milk and it's a video on the internet. Nothing good comes from this. And then, lo and behold, the viewer is right. This teenager pulls out a toilet paper roll. And you're like, nothing good can come of this.
Literally
What
nothing.
possibly could this teenager be thinking of with this toilet paper roll and a glass of milk? I mean, come on. They're two entirely, one's in the bathroom, one's in the kitchen. You don't mix and then he puts it into the glass of milk, and you're like, what are you doing? And you see the teenager open their mouth, and all of the viewers at once are going, no, no, don't. That's not. Don't do. Please don't. We don't want to. Please. And before we all know it, we just hear. And he like slurps the milk.
Like, cardboard in the middle of a toilet paper roll.
Yeah.
You mean that instead of like a full roll of paper?
No, not the full toilet paper roll. Just
you
the
didn't
like.
say that.
Sorry, it's just the cardboard. I was picturing it in my head, and I was trying to transfer the image.
I was like, this sounds familiar, but I've never seen it with the full roll of toilet
my! No, not the full roll.
Empty
toilet paper roll. Sorry. Cardboard empty toilet paper roll.
Now that I know what you're talking about, I've seen that. It's horrifying.
Oh my god.
He like starts choking on it because it's too much. He's like, you're trying to breathe in rather than through a straw.
Your mouth is like, I am too open to absorb this much liquid. You must be trying to breathe. So we're gonna breathe. Wait, no, that is not air. That is. Oh, it's not good. It's funny because it ends really quickly after like.
It's like a perfectly cut Scream video,
yes.
almost.
It's perfectly cut accident.
Do you know I don't remember if it was a Vine or not, but do you know the video where the kid's shooting in a chair and it's like brum 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 brum, and they're like on a tuba or a trombone or something?
Yeah.
Well, one of my kids, without knowing it, he almost did exactly that. The other day, and my teacher's like, put your chair back, and he starts scooting back with just like the most obnoxious chair screech. I'm just like, oh my god.
He knew what he was doing.
I don't think they did. I don't think he did.
Maybe not, but like, I don't know. I don't know.
My friend sits at the table next to him because COVID. They got to be apart.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Gotta save the children. Think of the children.
When I think about the children like 8 hours a day, I don't wanna.
I'm too busy watching shows involving murder to think of children. Unless you want me to mix the two.
Please, no.
Oh my goodness. Ooh, loud badoopadoo. That was my phone going off to tell me that Reddit has a suggestion for me.
Oh, what's your suggestion?
What's my suggestion? I'm glad you asked. Someone's favorite moment of insert female's name here. I don't know who the person is.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
What you watching?
The Reddit is r/Jersey Shore. Now, I want to make it perfectly clear to Reddit. I do not watch Jersey Shore.
I was going to say, I don't think watches Jersey Shore. That hasn't 2005.
Like,
what?
I do not view any content even immediately related to Jersey Shore. So I'm like, what? Why are you suggesting this to me? I'm just gonna open the app and delete it. Like, come on. Come
Yeah.
on now. Golly. Good golly gee whiz. Here is a fun little tidbit about Gen Con for everyone at home. The mascot of Gen Con is a bright red dragon named Mallory. Do you know?
It's either Genevieve or Gwendolyn. It's one of the two.
I believe it's Genevieve.
I think so too.
Yeah,
I'm
I
pretty
know it
sure it's
starts with a
Genevieve.
G for sure. And there's a V in it, and
Yeah.
and an I and at least two E's. So I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's Guinevere. Genevieve? I don't know.
Yeah, it's Guinevere the dragon.
Oh,
I just
someone
looked
is a Google sorceress.
it up. Oh, I'm sorry. The magic of Google is at my fingertips. I'm not gonna take advantage of. Okay.
I had a conversation with somebody at one point about like that kind of thing, and I was like, okay, you're in a restaurant, right? Kind of noisy, somewhat loud, people around you. It's just you and some other person, like a best friend, right? And they're just trying to get to know you or whatever, and they're like, hey, what do you think about stone quarries? What do you think? Do you think it is relevant to today's society? Do you think it is okay for the weather? And also, what is your favorite stone quarry? Now, my question here is not what I just asked. My question here is basically, if you are put in this kind of situation, is it rude to go, hold on, I'm not sure, let me look it up to try to continue the conversation? Or do you just, like, come up with something, or just like be like, no, I don't know anything about that, and then just ignore, like, just leave, drop off the conversation there? Or the final option, which is probably D or E at this point, I don't know, go, I have to go to the restroom, I will be right back, and then Google the answers. And then come back.
So, like stone quarries, like the holes in
It doesn't matter.
mine stone out of.
Any question that's like, I have no idea, I'm gonna have to look it up. Right? Any kind of question like that. Not necessarily stoned quarries.
Okay. Well, in my not so expert opinion, if you don't know anything about it, you just be like, "Oh, I don't really have an opinion on this because it's not something that I know anything about." But depending on what it is, like if it's stone quarries, I don't want to hear what the fuck they have to say. I'd probably be leaving because that is boring, and I don't know if I'd want to be friends with that person.
Oh,
Uh,
that's
unless they've
funny.
expressed other stuff, that is not. If they're a geologist, that's completely different.
What? Okay.
Um,
The main
but like
thing.
being like, hey, I don't know, I don't have any knowledge, or I have very limited knowledge about this topic, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on it if you actually do care. But if you're like, eh, just be like, and be like, I'm not comfortable with this topic. Can we not? That's where I stand, I guess.
Okay.
And I feel like that's a fair point.
I
It doesn't
think.
answer what you wanted,
Yeah,
but
I think the question kind of got danced around a little bit. Is it rude to go, I don't know, let me Google it? Like, is it rude to like be like, no, hold on, let me Google it, and pull out your phone and go and search it up and whatever? Or is it rude to like go to the bathroom and Google it and come back or whatever?
Um, I don't know. I because it depends on the overall situation. If it's like a date
All right, I
kind of
got you. I
thing,
got you. I can
if it's
do.
a date, I would not.
I have
If
got
it
the
is,
situation
I would
for
just
you.
be like, no phone. Personally, that's me. I don't like to do phone stuff while on a date because I'm there to spend time with the other person. And yes, you could argue that for like, oh, it's a friend, but also you're not romantically invested. So meh. But if you're trying to become if they're acquaintance or early friend, then just you be like, yeah, I think it's fine to as long as you're not just like you just pull out your phone, like tell them you don't just pull out your phone and start staring at it because that is rude. But if you're like, oh, I don't know anything about this, let me look some stuff up. Preface it first.
All right, here you go. Here's your scenario.
Oh Lord.
You have entered a lovely, delightful restaurant. Delightful. And it is so fancy. The waiter is like, before they even say, follow me, I'll take you to your seat. They like, it's so like primed for like only like a few people can enter the restaurant at once, right? There can only be like 5 tables, right, seated at once. Okay, so like very top of the line. No restaurant would ever do this, but whatever. Um, and before they even see you, they put like flowers either side of the path that you would take
Oh my
to your seat,
god.
right? The top of the line restaurant, right? And then they're like, "Oh, madam, please follow me to your seat." And they have like kind of like some kind of ballroom music playing, very soft and subtle, like not too standouty. Not it won't like it's not gonna like overdo like over. It's not gonna take over the conversation, right? It's not like loud and like every single corner you have to turn, the waiter does like a nice little twirl, just to the music. Very, very polite, posh little twirl. Just, spice it up a little. You get to your seat. Sitting there in front of you is your boyfriend, and um, he has agreed for some ungodly reason to pay for the entire meal and you and whatever. That point doesn't matter. You've already agreed to it. Under the table, whatever. You guys start talking. Your main dish arrives. No, sorry. Your first appetizer arrives. And the conversation spikes up, and you guys are like talking, you're having a good time. And then he's just like,
Going on and on and on.
what is your
Back.
favorite stone quarry in today's day and age?
I would call an ambulance because something is wrong with him.
No, officer, I swear, someone's cloned my boyfriend and replaced him. He wouldn't pay for this meal.
He would never talk about stone quarries. Uh,
He's never been this talkative in his whole life.
no, actually, the problem is getting him to shut the fuck up so he will actually eat his food.
Oh my god.
I'm like done with my meal and he's barely touched it because he's been talking for an hour about massive lore.
Mass Effect lore? Oh my
Yes.
god, that's amazing. Alright, so he's talking about Mass Effect lore and he's like, who is your favorite Mass Effect character? What do you do? You
Well,
Google
he
it?
already knows that I don't play that game, so I should be like, I like the people that have to stay in the suits because if they exit the suits, they'll fucking die. I like them.
What
And then
happens?
he'll pick on that. He'll take that. He'll just fucking go, and then just everything about their history he'll fucking go through.
Oh my god.
And I speak from experience.
Oh my
Uh,
god. All right. Well,
I know I'm not answering your question, but this is fun.
that is perfectly okay. Everyone at home, I hope you have safely re entered your spacesuits and gotten back into the station because that's all we have for this podcast episode. I don't know what we're going to call the podcast at the moment. It's just going to be up on YouTube. I don't plan on putting it anywhere else at the moment. But it's a little test thing. We're going to see how it goes. We're going to see what happens. See if it does well. If it does do well, we'll do another um and see what happens from there. Um Subscribe if you want more. Tell us in the comments your thoughts and opinions on the various things that we've talked about. And yeah, this may not be gaming, but hey, hence the name of the channel. So thank you everybody for listening in, tuning in. And if you want another strange, weird podcast video, let us know in the comments. And we'll see you in the next audio.
Whatever we end up doing,
Bye bye.
eat your amino acids in the correct order.